It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be our visitors. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
And what made him great in college makes him promising here early in his rookie year in the NFL. The ability to change things up on the fly to see a play breaking down and improvise. Whether it's taking the check down option, buying time out of the pocket, or even running with it himself. He's got a sharp mind and an ability to make something out of nothing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's a ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Out of the gun, Ward. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. When you look at this defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And that is incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, here's Ward. They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ward. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Again, it's Harvey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On the give, it's Harvey. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
19. Back to throw. Palmer setting up a screen for Harvey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years. They're not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Operating from the gun. Palmer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
For that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chase Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. before the quarter breaks. They fake the handoff. Now Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Seven, our score after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw is Ward. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Ward. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pressure comes, and down he goes. James Pierce able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself,
there's no... Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he heard all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Henderson. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Got Dobbs over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Let's go. Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the gun on 3rd down. Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Complete to Brian Thomas Jr. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Plummer. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
That's complete to Dobbs. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Plummer. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Chris Jones on the stop.
2 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing now, Ward. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing is Ward. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Palmer will swing this out to Harvey. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 9. Back to throw again. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So these two teams off to their locker room. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now the pitch to him.
Travion Henderson, the ball carrier. Intended for Travion Henderson. Incomplete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
4 yards to go.
Here's Ward. And he's got his man on the out route. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Once more with Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. Good for a first down. Looking to throw. Plummer. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it's fielded at the 34. Pushes him aside at the 45.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
65 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A gain of 26 yards.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how he get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Plummer. This pass complete to Higgins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Plummer. His throw incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the gun on third down. Comer. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Go.
Now Ward. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give for Henderson running to the right. Down to the 22-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's Chandler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
It's a gain of 6.
To throw, here's Ward. He's got it to Williams. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Kyle Williams, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now a play fake here on first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Plummer.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But it's 4th down.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18, go.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
They run once more with Henderson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. And the 1st down.
Come on, come on. Cougar 19.
Results in a 1st down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Chandler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Get it. Ready.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Ward scoring on the 2-yard keeper. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Becker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Plummer. He'll try and do this himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Plummer. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Plummer. And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try it now with Harvey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40. Good gain there on 1st down. That keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
35-yard line.
Here's a toss to Henderson, headed right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They run it with Chandler. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, Hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.